Good afternoon. In this video, I am going to discuss about physical properties of 15 group element. Then I'll start with the chemical properties also, which I am going to continue in the next videos also. See, when we go for this 15 group element, nitrogen is a diatomic gas. Means nitrogen does not exist as a nitrogen atom, always exists as N2 molecule, diatomic molecule. Whereas phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth are solids. This is the first thing. They are physical state. They are the gases. Which one? The nitrogen is a gas. All others are solids. And remember, nitrogen and the phosphorus are non-metals, whereas arsenic, antimony are metalloids. Bismuth is a typical metal also. Nitrogen is a non-metal. Phosphorus also a non-metal. Arsenic and the antimony are metalloids. Bismuth is a typical metal also. So what the indication can do? Down the group, metallic property increases, non-metallic property decreases. Down the group in 15 group, metallic property increases. And this is not only in the 15th group. Whether 13th group is there, 14th is there, 15th is there, 16th is there, 17th is there. In all the cases, down the group, metallic property increases. Even in the first group also. Lithium, sodium, potassium, cesium, etc. What is happening there? Down the group, more and more shells are added up. When more and more shells are added up, size becomes bigger. When the size becomes bigger, loss of electron from the valence shell is easy. Losing an electron is a property of a metal. Metal can lose an electron easily, so that they will form a positive ions, or they will form an electropositive species. So, when we go down in this, nitrogen has a smallest size, phosphorus has a bigger size, then arsenic, antimony, then the bismuth, and bismuth has the biggest size, and it has the highest capacity to lose the valence shell electrons. So that becomes metallic in nature. Plus, what about that? When the size is bigger, ionization enthalpy is lesser. Ionization enthalpy lesser means electron losing is easy. What is ionization enthalpy? Energy required to remove the valence shell electron from where? From the neutral gaseous atom. That is the ionization enthalpy. And when the bigger size is there, removal of the electron needs less energy. That is, ionization enthalpy will be lesser. That's why down the number, metallic character increases. Now, next one. Except nitrogen, all other shows allotrophic forms. same species existing in two or more different physical states. Means they have the chemical property same, but the physical property differs over there. Like diamond and graphite. Diamond is hard, while the graphite is soft. Diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. So physical property differ, but you burn the diamond, you get carbon dioxide. You burn the graphite, again you are going to get carbon dioxide only if you burn with oxygen. Not that since diamond is costly, it will say I am very costly, so that I will not burn with oxygen. The end product will be the carbon dioxide only if it is burned properly. Means chemical property same, but their physical property differs over there. So here also, except the nitrogen, other members like phosphorus, arsenic, antimony or the bismuth shows allotropic forms. Now, boiling point. Boiling point increases from nitrogen to the phosphorus, phosphorus to the arsenic, to the antimony, and then this will have the greater than the bismuth. Means there is an increase in the boiling point up to antimony, then there is a decrease in the boiling point to the bismuth. That is, up to antimony, increase will be there, then decrease to the bismuth. Note this properly. Sometimes in the competitive exam they will say, among this which has the highest boiling point, then it is antimony, not the bismuth. Note this properly. Regarding the chemical property, first one is oxidation state. Because this oxidation state involves change in the number of electrons also. So, if you see the nitrogen or the phosphorus or the arsenic, antimony, bismuth, see, general electronic configuration will be NS2, NP3. How to attain the octets? See, get 3 more electron, thereby NS2, NP6 will be there. Oh, lose 3 electrons, thereby NS2. Lose all 5 electrons, then N-1, S2, N-1, P6. So, when the 3 electrons are gained, then minus 3 oxidation states. When 3 electrons are lost, then plus 3 oxidation states, well, the 5 are there, plus 5 oxidation states. So, these are the stable one. Now, remember here, moving down, what happens now? Tendency to show the minus 3 state decreases. Because as the size becomes bigger and bigger, electron gain tendency or the electron losing tendency is more. As the size becomes bigger and bigger, the species or the element will change into metallic, where the metals have the higher tendency to lose the electrons. Means, remember, bismuth cannot show -3 oxidation state. They cannot show. They will show the positive oxidation state. Again, which one? For the bismuth. See, bismuth NS2 NP3 you say. There, what happens now? NS2 electrons becomes mere spectator. There is an inert pair effect in the bismuth. So, even though 5 electrons, only 2 electrons can be involved in the bond formation, etc. Means for the bismuth, +3 state is the most common rather than the +5 state. Are you understanding? NS2 electrons are there, but they will be like a mere spectator. Say one cricket match is going on, and our Indian team only is playing over there, and for 10 runs, 5 wickets gone. You may be a very good cricket player, but you cannot enter the ground and you can play over there. Or thinking that India is losing 5 down at 10 runs, Sachin Tendulkar cannot get inside that, even though he is present in that match. Even though he is witnessing that match, he should be mere spectator only. So same thing here. NS2 electrons are mere spectator like only, means they will not be involved in the bond formation. So for the bismuth, +3 oxidation state is the most common over there rather than the +5. And they cannot show -3. Nitrogen can show from -3 to +5. All oxidation state is possible for the nitrogen. Take this example, NH3. In this, nitrogen is in the -3 oxidation state. Then, if you go for this, NH2, what is the oxidation state of the nitrogen here? 2x plus 4 equal to 0. 2x equal to -4, x equal to -2. Now, this is hydrogen, NH2OH. Nitrogen is in the +1 oxidation state. You calculate. Then I have N2. Nitrogen is in the 0 oxidation state. Then I have nitrous oxide, laughing gas, N2O. Nitrogen is in the +1 oxidation state. Then NO, nitric oxide. This is nitrous oxide, this is nitric oxide. Nitrogen is in the +2 state. N2O3, nitrogen in the +3 state. NO2, nitrogen in the +4. N2O5, HNO3. All this nitrogen is in the +5 state also. Means nitrogen can show from -3 to the +5 stage. Why they can show the +5 state also? Size of the atom is smaller over there. So they will be gaining the electrons easily and forming the -3. Okay, so they shows from the +5 to -3 also. For the nitrogen, +1 to +4 are not so stable. They undergoes disproportionation reaction. What is disproportionation reaction? In the redox reaction only it is there. Same species undergo reduction and oxidation simultaneously, and we call it as disproportionation reaction. Example, HNO2. What is this? This is nitrous acid. Gives HNO3, nitric acid, water, and NO. So equation is not balanced. You have to write the balanced equation. 3 and 2. Is it balanced? Just see that 3H, H20H, 3. Finish. 3 and 1 plus 2, 3. Okay. Then 2 into 3, 6. 3, 1, 2. Equation is balanced. Now see you. What is the oxidation state of nitrogen here? 1 plus X plus minus 4 equal to 0. X is equal to 3. Because X minus 3 equal to 0, X equal to 3 plus 3. And HNO3, 1 plus X minus 6 equal to 0, X equal to 5. Then 2NO, X plus minus 2 equal to 0, X equal to 2. Plus 3 to the plus 5. What is this? Increase in the oxidation state, oxidation. And plus 3 to the plus 2 is a decrease, reduction. Means this nitrous acid itself is undergoing oxidation and reaction, so it is a disproportionation reaction, which is so where the nitrogen has a plus 1 to the plus 4 oxidation state, such species undergoes this. Whereas HNO3 is already in the plus 5 stage. No further increase in the oxidation state means it cannot go for further oxidation. HNO3 can show only the reduction only, means HNO3 can act as only oxidizing agent, not the reducing agent. Which can increase and decrease its oxidation state, can act as both oxidizing and reducing agent. If highest oxidation state is present, if it is present in highest oxidation state, then no more further oxidation, only reduction possible and can act as oxidizing agent only. Not reducing agent. Example is HNO3. It cannot further increase the oxidation state, only reduction. So it is oxidizing agent only, not the reducing agent. HNO2 can increase or decrease, can act as the oxidizing or the reducing agent also. Sometimes they will give some species among these which will act as both oxidizing and reducing species. Best example is hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. This is in the -1 stage. Oxygen can go for -2, it can go for 0, sometimes +2 also. This is in between. Decrease, increase. It is acting as a both oxidizing and a reducing agent. In phosphorus, intermediate oxidation state compound shows disproportionation reaction. And changes into -3 to +5 state also. The nitrogen 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. So only 4 orbitals are available for the bonding. I don't have it 2dxy, 2dxz, 2dyz, 2dx square minus y square, 2dz square. These orbitals are not there. Means only 4 orbitals are available for the bonding. Means covalency of nitrogen is restricted to 4. Whereas phosphorus, I have PCl5 also, where 5 chlorines are bonded, which cannot be there. Like NCl5 I cannot have, because covalence is restricted to 4 only due to the presence of only 4 orbitals. Then why this PCl5? The covalency up to 5. Why it is possible? Phosphorus or the arsenic. Phosphorus with the 15, if you say 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1. 4 occupied orbitals, whereas 3dx5 0, 3dxz 0, 3dyz 0, 3dx square minus y square 0, 3dz square 0. All the d orbitals are vacant. So during this formation of PCl5, in addition to these orbitals, they can utilize this empty orbital also. Vacant orbital is there, so they utilize that empty orbital and form PCl5 also. Means covalency increases from 4. I can have a 5 also. Okay, and remember, whatever the properties I says, no, similar property will be there in the 16th group also. Covalency of the oxygen cannot go above 4, usually 2 only, whereas other members can go up to 6 also. Yes, 6 is possible. PCl5 is possible here. IF7 is possible in the case of the halogens. And all this possible because of presence of empty d orbital in the higher members. So separate study is not at all necessary. Almost oxidation property, electronic configuration, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity, there are certain similarities. I am not saying that same. So if you have that application skill, then with only one group element you can define the property of the other group elements also. But you should have some application ability over there. Okay, so PCl5 also exists. And up to I can have a PF6 minus also, up to covalency 6 also I can have for the phosphorus. And as I said earlier, down the group, +3 oxygen state is more predominant than the +5 because of the inert pair effect. Note all this properly.